Hi folks, how you doing? I'm Ross Minton, this is Grow Your Own Life. As always, please like and subscribe, that would be amazing. What I'm going to do is run through a few quick things that you can do in the garden just to sort out your own mental health during this lockdown. There's a few things we can do as gardeners that can keep us sane, so here goes. Right folks, so a lot of us are finding it hard to get hold of this stuff. Black gold. Unless you make your own, and unless you have the capacity to make quite a lot of it, you probably buy your compost like I do. I make quite a lot of compost from the chickens down the allotment, but even that's not enough for me, so I have to top it up by buying bags most seasons. Anyway, compost is important, but it's not as important as you think. All compost is nutrition for the plants. It's basically plant food and a medium to grow plants in. You can grow plants in absolutely anything as long as it retains moisture, it has a nutritional value, and obviously it's firm enough to bed the roots into. So you don't have to worry too much about having brand spanking new compost. You can reuse old compost and then you can add fertilizer to it. That can be anything. You can mix it. If you can get hold of one bag of compost, get one bag of compost, mix it in with a lot of your old compost and add chicken manure pellets, add worm cast if you've got a wormery, add tomato fertilizer. Even if you're not growing tomatoes in it, just add any kind of fertilizer you can, and if you're really adventurous, you can even add your own wee. Yes, your own wee is very good fertilizer. So if you're struggling to get compost and you've got loads of compost left over from last year, you've got no fertilizer, try and get hold of at least one bag of compost, mix it at a ratio of, let's say, half, so 50 litres of new compost to 50 litres of old compost, and pee on it. Oddly, it will work. Your own wee is good for lots and lots of different things, including growing tomatoes, growing cucumbers. Most vegetables love the nutritional value of urine, and it doesn't smell, trust me. It's what people have been using for centuries. You go back to medieval times, people used to buy it. Yes, they used to buy other people's wee to use on their gardens. So top tip, reuse your compost. So these are my potatoes. As you know, I'm struggling with compost at the moment. I know that's peat compost, it's all I could get, and I'm sorry, but I'm kind of not sorry, because I'd rather have that compost than no compost for my own well-being, if anything else. And the amount of times I've bought environmentally friendly compost over the years in a weird kind of way, I think I can handle having a few bags around of peat compost at the moment, so don't judge me, don't judge me. Anyway, back to the potatoes. Obviously I'm running low on compost and I don't want to use too much peat, so I'm earthing up my compost. So I'm earthing up my potatoes without earth, and I'm putting straw on top. As you can see, the potatoes are there, probably have a frost in the next couple of nights, so they needed earthing up. So I'm going to put straw on top. That will add as a great base layer, and I can keep putting straw on top, and then eventually when the potatoes are up to the level of the bucket, I can add a few handfuls of compost, but I'm not using that much, and I'm saving it and I'm rationing the compost out. Same here with these potatoes. Top them off with straw, and these are in compost bags because I can't get to, obviously, a garden centre to buy any more buckets, and I ran out. So I'm using these old compost bags. I turn them inside out, really just so they look a little bit better. There's no reason to why they're inside out, just that when they're up they'll be obviously black on the outside. The potatoes are in there, just starting to come through. Probably can't see because of the sunlight. These ones are up, and as they grow I'll unroll the bag, and eventually the bag will be this tall, full of compost. Probably looking at about getting 5 pound of potatoes in each one of those bags. And if you look at those bags, those buckets, you're looking at probably 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, probably about 80 pounds worth of potatoes grown in your back garden in bags and buckets.